Before we get into this special weekend edition of Just the Truth, let me tell you about the latest special from Mike Lindell at MyPillow. The standard MyPillow, normally $49.98, for a limited time only, just $14.88 with promo code Joey. Go to MyPillow.com, click on the radio listener specials, and see all the specials. There's a limited quantity of just 10 at this special price. That's $14.88 with promo code Joey. And one more thing, we know MyPillow products come with a 10-year warranty, but MyPillow has just announced that they're extending their 60-day money-back guarantee. That's right, orders placed between now and December 25th will have their 60-day money-back guarantee extended through March the 1st, 2025. Thanks for joining me in the PhD Weight Loss Studio. To lose weight for the last time, visit myphdweightloss.com. Camron's House of Hope of South Carolina's mission is to provide support to children affected by substance-abusing parents. They provide tutoring, counseling, medical care, as well as essential necessities like food and clothing. Joining us today to tell us all about it is Terry Jo Henson, Executive Director. Welcome. How are you?
I'm great. How are you, Joey?
I am wonderful, and I appreciate your time today. And I just recently discovered what you guys are doing, and I thought, I need to find out more information about this. When I'm talking with someone about a group that's kind of new to me, I always ask them to give me their elevator speech about their organization. So let's just start there. Tell us about how Camron's House of Hope came about.
All right. Well, there is a place called Indian Trail in North Carolina, and there is a pastor there named Mike Whitson, and Mike had a grandson that was 20 years old. His name was Camron, and Cameron's House of Hope is named after him. And Camron was adventurous. He was always needing a thrill, or he was just that type of person that would be subject to, getting on drugs or experimenting with them. Well, he died of a fentanyl overdose when he was 20, and wow. Mike started Cameron's House in his memory. And as of today, they are serving 27 families. So it's been quite a successful program for them.
Yeah, and I was going to ask you about the number of families that they serve. So talk with us about how people find you, the kids and all that are in your program. Are they referred by other ministries, other agencies? Do family members reach out? How do you typically, how are you introduced?
We are using the schools as a reference. I've talked to several schools in the area, but they certainly that's not the limitations on. We could take them from anywhere if the parents are willing to come and stay with them while they go through our services of that day, to 2 to 2.5 hours. Also, DSS refers children to us, and we do just take personal people that call in. We could see if they would qualify. They probably will. You can tell when a child needs help.
Yeah. So let's talk for a minute. And with me today, Terry Jo Henson, Executive Director of Camron's House of Hope. If you'd like additional information, their website is CHOHSC.org. CHOHSC.org. So let's talk a minute about, just walk us through that initial visit when someone reaches out and they need your help. What's the process?
All right, we find out what their trauma has been. It may be abuse, sexual, emotional, physical. We find out from the caregivers, which are often an aunt or uncle or grandparents. And from there, we find out what their clothes sizes are, because we provide them with 2 outfits when the first time they come. And while we're doing the interview with the caregiver, we take the children back, and they start with a licensed counselor. They do play therapy with these children, which involves getting to know them, getting them to trust, which is a big deal for them. And they spend about 45 minutes with the counselor. Then from there, they go to tutoring. And our tutors are retired teachers, and they're excellent. And they find out what their weaknesses are, and we get the report cards and look at them and talk to the kids about them, what they're weak in and what they need to do better. And most of the time, their grades have come up with the ones that we've done that with. Then we give them a snack, and we take them back to the playroom and we do like a craft, or we take them outside and play, because some of these children don't get a chance to play. They are little adults that have to take care of younger siblings, and that usually takes 2 to 2.5 hours is what our sessions total up to be.
Yeah. How do the parents of these kids feel about their children being involved in a program like this? Do they feel threatened by having a group of strangers encouraging their kids to choose another path in life, to do better than maybe they've done?
That's a great question. And yes, and we try to be just as compassionate and sensitive to that as we can be. We want to show them God's love is not conditional, it's unconditional, and we try to follow in that way. And some of the parents have felt threatened, and from the time they walk in the door, we try to show them that we are not judging them, that we just want the best for their children, and that's what we're striving for. And it has worked so far. I think that they come to appreciate what we're doing, and the children certainly do. Those faces, there's nothing like a child's face when it lights up, like we do these birthday parties for them that are just big birthday parties.
Yeah.
And they are so appreciative of everything.
Yeah. Jo Henson is with me today with Camron's House of Hope. What are your challenges, and especially as we enter the holiday season, what are ways that listeners can help?
They can contact me if they would like to make a donation of toys, food like cereal bars, water, juice boxes. They could put on a birthday party for us or help us to put them on. We are going to do a food box for each family for Christmas, not for Thanksgiving. We have been working since August, and we're just getting some of these things ironed out. But at Christmas, we will do food boxes. Mm-hmm. And our address is 111 Stroud Hospital Road, Marietta, South Carolina. If they'd like to come and see the facility, that would be great. We'd love for people to come and look, and monetary donations are taken too.
Yeah. And I would suspect that in addition to those donations, that you probably could use some volunteers. Is that a fair assessment?
Yes, we do have enough volunteers right now. God has provided those, just these people that have fit right into the places mm-hmm. that I needed. But we always like to have a waiting list. Yes, volunteers are greatly appreciated.
Yep. Jo Henson with me, Camron's House of Hope. And again, that website is CHOHSC, Camron's House of Hope, South Carolina, CHOHSC.org. If you'd like additional information, or if you know of someone that could potentially benefit from this organization. And as we head into the holiday seasons, this is a really vulnerable time for a lot of these kids. What's the typical age of the kids that you're working with?
Well, Joey, when we started out, we were doing age 4 to 12. But we have found that high school students have greater needs even than the little ones. The 4 through 12 is formative years. We want these children to see our model of what a useful life can be like. But the high school students are just as important. So we're working on rebuilding a house that's been gutted on Gear Highway, and we want to, at some point, put those high school students in that facility and use the other facility that we're in now on Stroud Hospital Road for the younger ones, for 4 through 12.
Yep. Jo Henson, thank you for your time today. Thanks for the work that you're doing. It's much needed. Good luck to you, and happy Thanksgiving and Merry Christmas to you.
Thank you, Joey. I appreciate you.
Sure thing. I found out about Hope Remains Ranch a few years ago, and I was just amazed at the work they do. And I received an email this week that sort of reminded me of what they're doing, and I thought this is a good time to revisit with them and get an update. So on our guest line today is Melanie Watt, the Executive Director of Hope Remains. Welcome, Melanie. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much for having me today.
Well, it's always a pleasure. I'm just a big fan of what you do at Hope Remains Youth Ranch. And so for our listeners who maybe aren't familiar with Hope Remains, give us a quick summary of what you do.
Okay. We are a faith-based organization located in Spartanburg County in the little town of Wellford, South Carolina, right down the road from you guys. And we do biblical counseling. It's an equine. We use God's word in horses and work with all ages concerning trauma. It could be anything from sex trafficking to cutting, suicidal ideation, going through a divorce, whatever it may be, bullying for kids. But we serve as many as adults as we do kids now. And then we got a free mentoring program here, a free parenting program. And just we work with the school districts on special needs, behavioral, and at-risk students as well that come here to the farm. And we have a sensory room and 14 horses, 26 and a half acres, and 2 very fat cats and goats. And we have a good time here. So we have a lot of programs. We serve people starting at kids at the age of 5. We go all the way up through adulthood.
Yeah. Wow.
Working with folks. And it's just a very relaxing, safe, just a very calming atmosphere here.
Yeah. Melanie, what I love about Hope Remains and the email that I received from you this week is how you put your faith out front. There's no question about your beliefs, and the email that you sent was quite amazing. And I want to read a few things here. In 2024, 31 people found Christ, 6 horse trough baptisms, 878 children and adults served in the program, 2,519 individuals impacted through community events and partnerships. You've been busy.
Yes, quite busy. God's good, that's for sure.
Yeah. So talk with us about the baptisms. I love the fact that you literally, I guess, use horse troughs to do the baptisms in.
We do, and we do something very unique here, Joey. And we got a large bell, and anytime you're here at Hope Remains, if you ever hear the bell ringing, you stop what you do and you run to the bell, because that means someone has asked Jesus into their heart.
Wow.
And at that time, we pray with them. We give them a new Bible if they need one, a devotion. We get them involved in a local church. And then if they want, they can get baptized here at the ranch in a horse trough. Many folks elect to get baptized at their church so that a lot of friends and family can be there, and that's up to them. And, I just want to say, too, that, yes, we are a faith-based organization, but, we don't force that on anyone. We love people right where they're at. We've had, all types of religious organizations and even atheists and agnostics come here to Hope Remains Ranch, and we just love people for who they are, and we don't force anything on them. But if they find Jesus here as their Lord and Savior, that is wonderful if they do.
Sure. Yeah. With me today, Melanie Watt with Hope Remains Ranch. You can find additional information on their website, hoperemains.org, hoperemains.org. I got to ask you, Melanie, how did you choose to make horses such a big part of this ministry?
Well, when I was 12, the Lord laid this ministry on my heart, and I was out grooming my horse, Princess, because of some things that have occurred in my past, and I didn't know anything about equine therapy or what that meant. And in the midst of that, the Lord impressed upon me that one day I would start a farm, a ranch for herding kids. And it evolved from there because horses, I don't know if you know this or not, but if you have a horse within a few feet of you, they will automatically pick up your heartbeat.
Yep.
They sense who you are. They mirror who you are. and you can get to the root of the problem 4 times faster using horses than you can traditional talk counseling.
Yeah.
Or therapy. So that's why we use the horses. It's safe, and it helps them. It just breaks down those walls.
Yeah. People look at horses, and they're pretty large animals compared to a dog, or you mentioned your cats there. But they're really just big teddy bears. I grew up around horses, and the first pony that I had as a child loved to drink Coca-Cola, and I taught it to retrieve a ball. And so, you just develop that bond with them, very similar to Peg and I. My wife and I love our Cocker Spaniels, Jesse and Simon. But you can really develop that close relationship with the horse as well.
That's exactly right. And we do use our cats, and we did have 2 dogs, and they have since passed away. We will get more. But dogs and horses are your 2 most therapeutic animals. Used out there. Now my cats here will beg to differ, but even the autistic population we serve here, which is a very large amount of autistic children and adults, actually, we partner with a number of other ministries and organizations out there. But the animals in general, like the 2 goats that we have, we've got folks that would just rather go and sit with the cat in their lap and talk to someone. It's very calming. The atmosphere is very, just very calming for people to be here. So animals are wonderful, and they're one of God's greatest creatures.
Yeah, that is for sure. Melanie Watt joining us today from Hope Remains Ranch. How do people typically find you? And if a listener is listening today and they're thinking, I need them, what's the process?
That's a great question. They can go on our website, hoperemains.org. They can give us a call, 864-249-3532, and, or find us on Facebook. All they got to do is call us or come by the ranch. If the gate's open, they can stop by at 1771 John Dodd Road in Welford, South Carolina. They can sign up on our website for our newsletter and stay in touch. We also have a clay shoot coming up in March the 28th at the Clinton House. So
oh, wow.
They can participate in any of our fundraising events that we have. So we would love, and that's how you find out. You see videos about us, and you can go on YouTube and plug us in, Hope Remains Ranch, and learn all about us.
Yeah.
But it's easy. Just give us a call.
Yep. Well, and
I do a lot of tours, too. A lot of people want to come to do tours. Yeah.
Sure. That makes sense. And, we'll have to revisit as we get closer next spring to the clay shoot. That sounds interesting. Please reach out and remind me of that, and we'll talk about that at that point. But, of course, as we're nearing the end of the year, if you're listening today and this is touching your heart and you think that you want to help this group, just go to hoperemains.org and give generously as you're planning those end-of-the-year donations, because these folks are truly doing God's work, and you're making a difference in people's lives. Melanie, God bless you. Thank you for what you do, and I'm just so proud of what you're doing and how you're impacting so many lives over there. And let's catch up again soon.
You got it. And thank you so much. Happy Thanksgiving to you and your family. God bless.
Sure thing. Again, Melanie Watt with Hope Remains. If you'd like to support this group, go to hoperemains.org, and support them generously. With Thanksgiving behind us, we're now focusing on Christmas, and with that comes my favorite, the Christmas lights. And if you want to see the absolute best display in the Upstate, you're going to want to take your family to the Upstate Holiday Light Show. To tell us all about it, Anthony Anders is on our guest line. How are you, Anthony?
I'm doing good. How about you?
I am wonderful. Thank you. Appreciate your time. So Thanksgiving night, you guys started the lights. Talk with us about it and tell us all the details.
Yeah, this is our 10th year doing this, and it's the Upstate Holiday Lights. It's out here off 123, 153, and we do a drive-through display of lights, and we got many different displays for the kids and the adults, and You just take your time, come through. We've got a big long tunnel that you go through that is choreographed as well. It changes many different designs, colors, and all that good stuff. And you make your way to the middle of the show, where it's choreographed music to a 60-foot tree that's got two 30-foot trees and 8 12-foot trees. That it's all choreographed music with a 400 feet by 50-foot back setting to it. That's all choreographed to music. We got over 28 songs that you can set and average about 2 minutes apiece, and each song is completely different in designs and colors and family entertainment.
Wow.
It's really good. You can come out and you can tailgate it. You can back up, bring your chairs, bring your blankets, and just sit here and just watch it for 30 good minutes, and you just can't get enough of it.
Wow. Okay, now I read, Anthony, where there's 32 million dancing Christmas lights. 32 million, really?
Well, just our 70-foot Christmas tree has 44,000 LED bulbs. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
One of those bulbs can change up to 16 million shades in a split second.
Wow.
It's all computer choreographed, and then these little pixels are computer chips, and those computer chips is amazing what they can do. So, it can do up to 32 million different dancing shades of lighting.
Yeah.
It's to each song. It's really
a lot of different variations, huh?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. A lot of different variations.
Yeah.
That's right.
With us today, Anthony Anders. We're talking about the Upstate Holiday Light Show. And if you'd like additional information, it's real easy. Go to their website, upstatelights.com. You can get directions. You can see all about it. You can see about the ticket information. And they opened up on Thanksgiving night. And this is something, Anthony, that it's just great to put the whole family in the car and head out to, right?
Yeah, just everybody can just jump in the car and come out and just enjoy yourself. You can be here for 2 hours, or you can be here for 30 minutes. It's just how you want to take your time to go through the show. And at the very end of it, we have animals that you get to come in. We got rides that you can ride. We got games that you can come in and participate in. It's all inside for our first time this year. Our new 30,000 square foot buildings that we put in place. Everything's inside. So rain, it doesn't make no difference. We're operating.
Yep. And as Anthony said, there is a petting zoo, a pony corral. You can just drive through and then get out and see the farm animals, goats, donkeys, and of course the important thing, Santa's free petting zoo has something for everyone there. So you can take a ride on the pony corral for some extra fun. Again, tickets available. You can get additional information at upstatelights.com. And as I understand it, it's pretty much just 7 days a week. Doesn't matter whether it's raining or shining, right?
That's correct. We open at 6, and the front gate closes, Sunday through Thursday. Opens at 6 to 10. Once you come in the gate at 10 o'clock, we don't really shut down until the last person's out, so that can be an extra hour. But we do shut the gate at that time. That's Sunday to Thursday. Then Friday and Saturday we go from 6 to 11. And it's just a lot of fun. You just come out, and the families, they just enjoy it.
Yep. Now, I got to ask you about all of these lights up out there. How long does it take to put all of this together?
Well, since I've been doing it 10 years now, and, it takes about a 6-man crew about 9 weeks from start to finish. And that's us working, 40, 50 hours a week to get it done.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is.
We got dancing poles out here. We got lights. We got 12 days of Christmas light, little, drive through you go through. We got all kinds. different amazing things that you see as you come through. We got Santa Claus fishing. We got Santa Claus in a boat. We got Santa Claus climbing inside the building.
So Santa's all over the place, huh?
Santa's all over. He can't wait.
Yep. Anthony Anders with me today as our guest. We're talking about the Upstate Holiday Light Show at District Park. You can go to upstatelights.com to get all the information. Now, the lights, of course, this is the big thing for this time of the year, but around the other parts of the year, you have different things out there, right?
Yeah, we've got inside soccer field. We just completed one of the fields. We got pickleball that's fixing to be completed. We got a concert venue that can be leased out as well. We've got soccer fields out here. We got a golf range, a TrackMan golf range in part of the park here, and just trying to give a little bit towards the Easley side, some entertainment and some good fun to have and places to go, especially on a rainy day. Most of the stuff's inside.
Sure.
Even the driving range is covered.
Sure. So one last time, if you would, Anthony, give us your location, your address, and the best way for people to find you.
The best way to find it would be 148 Crumpton Lane, which is right off 123 and 153 interchange. You come down into Crumpton, brings you into the front part of the bypass there, and once you get there, it will navigate you. You can't miss it. There's so many lights, brings you right on around and right on through. One thing I do want to iterate on here is this. The light show itself, the choreographed music itself, if you don't stop and take 5 or 10 minutes to get what that really puts to you and your family in your car, you really missed a good part of the show out here. I know everybody loves running through the lights and seeing all the different lights, but stop and really set yourself in your car with your radio and watching these trees dance and just see what it offers per song is amazing. It's just amazing.
Yeah.
If you don't, a lot of people go right by it. That's just a really good thing. I can just, say to everybody, you come, at least stop and watch some of the music before you continue on through the show.
Yep. So the point there is slow down and watch the lights. Take it all in.
That's correct.
Yeah.
That's correct.
Yeah. Anthony, thank you for your time today, and we look forward to seeing you out there. Again, you can find additional information, upstatelights.com, upstatelights.com. It has directions on there, of course, the address and ticket information as well. Anthony, appreciate your time today.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
That's it for this special weekend edition of Just the Truth. Thanks for joining me in the PhD Weight Loss Studios. To lose weight for the last time, visit myphdweightloss.com. If you haven't joined my mailing list yet, visit my website, joeyhudson.com. Click on the Connect with Joey button so that you can receive our emails and the most up-to-date news. Also, join me on my YouTube channel. Be sure and like, comment, and subscribe. Just search for Joey Hudson. As always, thanks for spending a few minutes of your day with me. Do me a favor and forward this episode to a few friends. Just click on the share button and send to your contacts. We need to build an army of conservatives to win our country back, and we can do that by continuing to share the truth with our friends and family. Keep those comments coming via the Furman Ford text line 864-477-JOEY. Email to joey@joeyhudson.com, and I love your messages on the MyPillow message line. Again, that's 864-477-JOEY, 864-477-5639. Be sure and take advantage of the MyPillow special, just $14.88 on the standard MyPillows when you use promo code Joey. Order online at mypillow.com or call 800-893-4053. We're back again tomorrow and hope you'll plan to join us. Until then, remember, God's got this. He's still in control.